Wait, is it live or is it Memorex? Totu Tatawats. Hello, viewer. Today is Sunday, May the 12th, 2024. I am Mr. Brune, and I trust you're all doing very well. Today, I will say Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Mothers are the best. Yes. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. On this evening's live stream, we are discussing the latest news in entertainment and on the social media. It was a week where, guess what? Shite happened in Hollywood, always does. And even more bad shite happened in real life, always does. And guess what? It was a busy week this week. Indeed. So, as I always say, if you've not shut down for the evening, lots to get through, shall we get those guests out? I'm always dribbling by this stage. Of course we should. You know it. Let's do it. Okay. First, from a VPN far, far away, he is the golden reach around droid of choice. It is. You know it is. It is. I'm dribbling. Z3PO.
Oh, good evening, Master Brown.
Are we on for a bombing this evening?
Well, you're not, but I asked 100 women. I asked 100 women if they would rather spend time with you in a forest or a bear. And do you know what they said?
Well, let me guess. Bear?
No, they all picked me and wanted a good old bumming.
You are the
Golden
master.
rod of choice.
You are. It's great to have you on. We've got a ton to get through this evening. You know we do. So, should we do it?
Get some more on.
Oh, it's great to have you, mate. Okay. Oh, here we go. New to Sundays, it's our mate Keith from Home Media Minefield. Hello, Keith.
Hello, how you doing?
Hello there. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, good, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Are you excited to be here? I'm excited to have you here.
I'm relieved to realise that it wasn't Mother's Day here in the UK, so I hadn't missed it, which would have been terrible. So, yes, Mother's Day.
Damn those pesky Americans. They always have to do it differently, don't they?
Indeed. Yes.
How's the channel going, my friend?
It's going. I haven't put a lot of content on it of late, but
that's going to change, though, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I've got things lined up. I've got live streams with guests lined up and home media unboxings and all sorts of stuff. So yes, I just need to get on with it, basically.
Here you go. Quick question from the Ace to hello, my friend. Who's the new guy?
That's a good question.
It is a deep question.
Nobody important.
You're important to me.
Oh, thank you.
I love the icon. I know where that's from.
The icon is from Rebecca Gold's season 2. Yes.
What?
Yes. There you go. Coming soon to a streaming platform when Ian finishes
when
it.
When he's
bring him up full screen, Brown.
Oh, bear with me. Here we go.
Look at that. Ooh, and that's actually you, isn't it, Keith?
That is me. Yeah. That is a still from the thing.
Look at that.
Wow. Rough as hell.
It's all smoke and mirrors, mate. Smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors. That's the motto of this channel, smoke and mirrors. We need to get you to 1,000 subs, do we not, my friend?
Yeah, I think I'm at 956 at the moment. So nearly there. And I've got 6,000 hours of views or whatever.
Yeah,
so
it's all there, my friend. Peeps in the chats. We need your service. There is a pinned message. Come on, let's see if we can get Keith over the... It's always that final push towards the magical 1K that's the hardest, apart from, obviously, the first 2 years of no subs. But there you go. Keith, it's great to have you on, mate.
Yeah, thank you. Even though
Shall
it is
we?
the worst name in English, as one of your chat pointed out, which is yeah, good. Family Guy joke. I like it. Splendid.
Shall we get the next guest out?
I think you should. I think you should
I
get it
think
out.
yes. Okay. Oh my
I'm trying to lower
God.
myself to the tone of this
Oh,
channel. Yeah.
it can't get any lower, mate. Oh God, I love this guy. I love this guy. Mad Cat 83.
What's up, nerds? I love you too, Brown. I
Oh.
would also choose Z3PO over a bear.
Oh,
All
Cat
the
is
sexy
here,
girls
everybody.
do.
There you go.
How's
in
it
the
going?
chats. Listen.
Listen.
How's your mum doing?
Oh, she's good. I talked to her today. She was she's great. She's great. She had a bunch of stories for me. I was
It's
all about
Mother's
it.
Day, yes.
Yeah. So I got her some flowers and
nice. Look, they're all coming in. Look.
yeah. Listen.
Oh, isn't it great to have Catty back?
Yeah. I missed you guys.
I miss you more.
I miss you the most.
I miss you even more than the most.
Yeah, I missed you first.
Get a rum.
Listen, I have kids. I do this with them all day.
It's great to have you on, dude. Shall we get the next peep out?
Let's do it. I'm excited.
Not as excited as what I am. Okay. He's a Doctor Who fan, apparently. And we needed him on today. Price of reason. Hello, my friend.
Hey, how's it going? I don't even know what it means to be a Doctor Who fan anymore. If you consider,
I was going to say, are you still a Doctor Who fan?
I mean, I like things from the past, but whatever we're looking at now, I can't even really consider it Doctor Who, to be honest.
Well, that killed it. Should we just go home, everybody? See you next week, everybody. Take care.
No, but there's still a lot to discuss. It's just we can still discuss how they ruined it.
Can we?
That's still an interesting conversation.
Oh, God, that would be a 12-hour stream.
Well,
it is great to have you on, my friend. Shall we get the next people?
Sure.
Okay. It says here, and last but by no means least, he is the wise elder of the channel. You know the rest. He's a great mega geek himself. Hello, Ian.
Hello. Sorry,
Hello.
I was doing something else.
Well,
How's
we
it
all
going,
were.
everybody?
You were, my friend.
Yeah. I'm okay. All right.
There you go.
There
It's
we go.
shit. Move it on. Yeah, you was getting some heat on from Wednesday, mate. You was getting some heat in the chats.
Well, that was the thing, you see, which is interesting, is that you guys spent hours on just like
Yeah,
3
that's the whole
slides.
point of it.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not. That's
We've built this
they were
channel.
on, they were on
cocking
my
about.
side. They were on my side. You can
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They definitely
I
were.
don't know.
I'm on Team Ian.
There you go.
Oh.
It's a pleasure to be here, especially with
I think,
Matty
if anything,
Catty.
you've got a new merch and merchandising opportunity. Get on with it.
Yeah, get on with it.
Okay, I will then. It's great to have you on, Ian.
Likewise.
Are you sure?
What's the first slide, or is there someone else that's meant to be coming on?
Oh wait,
Uh-huh.
there is another.
Oh yes, there is another. Yeah, and it's not Princess Leia.
All right.
It's Problem Being.
All right.
Hello.
You all right?
Hello. Yes.
What
What do you want?
All right.
You're interrupting me again.
Problem being, everybody, what is an anagram of? I'll give you a clue. I.
It's a start. It's a start.
It could be the new Apple product. I dash.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Anyway, just going to leave Matt. I'm just going to leave Problem Being to it when that picture comes up with Silly Gatwick. Just leave him to it.
Is that a
Wind him up
airport?
and let him go. Yeah. Sorry, what?
Okay. Is that a stupid airport? Anyway,
Yes.
you okay, Lee?
Yeah, I was in the threesome with Z and a bear. It was great.
Lucky.
Great to have you on, Lee.
Thanks for having me. That's what
Shall
Z
we
said.
get on with it?
No, let's just go home.
Bye, everybody. See you next week. Take care.
Bye.
Lee fucked it up.
I did.
Oh, that was quick.
Episode 201. Moving.
Me.
Today's date. Yes. Look at him.
Snooty
I'd
gobshite.
rather not.
Please like, share,
Rather touch
subscribe.
grass.
Please
rather
donate to the
touch
channel if you're feeling that way inclined. Okay, we'll do the normal stuff first, everybody. Yeah, there is a lot of Doctor Who, so we'll do it towards the end. Okay, we'll just do the normal stuff for the first bit. So we get on. Okay, so this was the can I say big release at the theaters this week?
I had a big release just before I came on stream.
I kind of wish I would have done that too.
Okay,
I'm doing that now.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, these titles are getting so freaking long. Like,
Who has watched this?
I've seen it.
Yes.
Oh, Keith, you're
Yes.
new. Would you like to go first? Did you enjoy?
I did.
What did
I
you
really
think?
enjoyed. I think I sent I did a post saying words to the effect
I
that,
saw that.
I really enjoyed it, every aspect of it. But I said, at last, something back on our screens that respects the fan base, because
What?
this totally does.
How so?
Well, it fits in with the mythology. It's kind of an interquel, so it sort of takes place after the prequel Caesar trilogy
Yeah.
and before the original 1968 film. And yeah, I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I loved this. I thought I was emotionally invested in the characters, and I
Wow.
can't say that about many franchise IP films I've seen of late. So yeah, for me it really worked.
How did the we seem to ask this a lot. How did the CGI hold up?
Yeah, good. I thought it was I thought it looked great. I mean, the CGI in the last trilogy still, I think, even by today's standards, looks good.
Yeah.
But this is probably as good, if not a step up in the technology. And there were bits of this that kind of reminded me of Avatar: The Way of Water, but obviously more photorealistic because you're dealing with
Really?
apes instead of blue-skinned people. But but yeah, I thought it was great.
Okay.
I get the feeling you don't agree, though.
I was going to go see it, but it just never materialized because I really do. I'm a big fan of the Planet of the Ape movies from when I was a kid as well. I liked the Caesar trilogy a lot, but this one, I don't know. But it's just one of the things. I'm so burnt out with everything that we've seen of late. But anyway, price.
It's not a disaster, the movie. It's not like a movie that I saw and I thought this is the worst thing I've ever seen. But the movie, in my opinion, does have issues. I like the Caesar trilogy, and I thought that was very well done. But after the end of that trilogy, I didn't really feel like I was itching for another one to continue to tell whatever
Yeah, I
story.
agree with that.
And this movie was really long. It felt like if you would have removed half an hour from this movie, it already would have improved greatly just by editing it differently and removing things that seemed to just go on for much too long than they needed to. And also, somehow the characters and whoever are presented here, I didn't feel that kind of connection I did in the Caesar trilogy, the way they presented Caesar, or even the human characters. Something here didn't come together in quite the same way. But at the same time, I didn't see it and think it's terrible that I saw it. I just thought it was okay, but not spectacular.
And how did the CGI hold up for you? Okay, yes.
You know, it looked all right, but there was so much CGI in parts with so many of the apes that there are moments that you could tell that there's a lot of CGI. It's still done very well. You know, it's done well, but there's a lot of it. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah. And somebody said, Istophobos says, Planet of the Girl Boss.
It wasn't that bad. There's this one female character they introduced there, but I actually don't think that she was completely a girl boss. I think that she had her own. I don't think you're supposed to walk away from the movie thinking she's such a girl boss. And they even let her keep her hair intact, and they didn't do the weird haircut and all that strange stuff they do. The only thing I'll say is they chose the actress that plays Ciri in The Witcher, and while she's more likable on this show than on The Witcher, I don't quite know why they love that actress. I feel like there's other actresses that I prefer over this actress, but that's my personal opinion.
Anybody else going to go see this?
Rough
As I said, I was going to, but
I'm going to go and see it hopefully next week sometime because Keith because I saw the trailer and I just thought that the CGI didn't look as good as the other one, but going on Keith's recommendation, I'll probably go and see it. Yeah.
Z, fancy it?
I will be watching it eventually. I watched all the others. I've been impressed so far.
Kat, are you back?
No, he's not.
Probby, is this up your street?
No. There you go.
No.
Answer for him.
Sorry. Well, I like the original films, you know, especially the first couple. But yeah, I'm just like, well, what are they going to come up with next? The something of the Planet of the Apes. I just kind of, I forgot this sort of thing was on, and you know, I thought this franchise had kind of wrapped up at this point.
5 years since the last one. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I just thought that was it, you know.
Yeah,
and then this popped up out of nowhere because I wasn't paying attention. And, you know, I mean, it's not offensive to me at all. You know, it's much better than what we had with the Planet of the Apes remake. You know, the first couple of films I thought were absolutely brilliant, but I just think it kind of went a bit to grass, really.
The producers want to make 9 movies altogether.
Why?
Wow. I can't wait till when they come to go back in time and come to Earth. Do you remember that one? The original one? I can't remember that. That was great.
Escape from the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. I saw that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Really good.
Kat, are you back?
I am, yeah, sorry.
Planet of the Apes.
I didn't see this movie. I do want to see it. Maybe next weekend or whatnot. But I love the Planet of the Apes series. I didn't love the Caesar trilogy as much as you guys did, but I didn't hate it. I love the original ones. I love the I think it's the second one where they like find those radioactive people and they're all like Zorgified and shit underground. I really love that one. Rocket. Yeah, I really like that one. But I mean I do want to see it. I think it looks good, you know. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I haven't seen it, so I really don't know what to say about it.
Somebody in the chat said we've seen no astronauts yet in these movies. I think we need to, because that was integral for the the originals with
Charlton Heston. Disney, by the way.
I think it is, but I think this is a holdover from when they were bought out, Fox.
All right, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it didn't feel Disney-fied.
Oh, that's good.
It's a good thing.
Good. Yeah.
That'll be the next one.
I hope not.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't turned around and said, well, apes, you know, they're a representation of black people, you know, like they did with the orcs from Lord of the Rings. You know, I'm really surprised they haven't complained about that, the woke idiots, because they're usually the racist.
Well, any day now.
That kind of stuff. Yeah, give it time.
Okay, so the peeps, the guys who've seen it, are you recommending that we watch it?
I do. I like I said, I was really really happy with this because it it doesn't tread on anything that's already been done. It's respectful to all that stuff. It ties in with some of it in some respects, and I just thought it was. It's funny, Ian. I think you said something when you saw Dune Part 2.
Yeah,
you were saying about, and I kind of agree that in terms of the actual spectacle and filmmaking and everything of that nature, it was incredible. But you said you didn't really feel a connection with the characters.
no,
I hope
yeah,
I'm not misquoting you. I think you said
no.
something.
That's exactly what I said to you. Yeah,
And I felt with this, that was what it had going for it. I felt a real connection with some of the ape characters, particularly one. There's a orangutan character played by, I think the actor's Peter Macon, who is the guy in the Orville. He's the one who plays the I forget the character's name, and
Bortas.
That's it, Bortas, and he is, his character's quite endearing, actually.
Okay.
So I would go, yeah. I think it's got a real emotional connection with the audience. I think he's done a really good job. This Wes Ball, because I've not seen any of the Maze Runner films, and that's pretty much all he's done prior to this. So I went in knowing his work.
Do they portray the orangutans as wise? Because I think they did that in the original movies. I think. Yeah.
Yes, and they kind of did it in obviously the prequels as well with Maurice character.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm as I said, I'm a big fan of the franchise, and I did sort of feel that this fits in with it. I also questioned, as many of you have said, did we need another Planet of the Apes movie? So I did go into it sort of thinking that, but I think they've gone far enough away from both what has happened before and what is going to come that this sort of fits in, and we've got new characters and new storylines. And yeah, I was really happy. As I said, I felt it respected the franchise and it respected the fan base. Nice. I don't think it betrayed the fan base at all.
Price recommending?
Yes. I'll tell you what. If you're really interested in going to the movies to see a movie and you're in that mood and you tell me I have to go to the theater now, is it okay to see this movie? It's okay to see it if you're really in that kind of mood. Would I go out of my way to clear my schedule to go see it? I don't think so. I think that if I saw it on streaming, that probably would be okay too.
Okay. Shall we? I think it's a sidestep. Let's sidestep then. Okay, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes opens with 129 million worldwide. Biggest opening ever for the franchise. It's pretty good, isn't it?
That's good. Mm-hmm. That's really good.
I think they might be getting the... how many films is it now? This is the fourth, isn't it?
This is the fourth in the sort of reboot, but the 10th overall.
I think there's probably a genuine appetite for Planet of the Apes movies, especially from old farts like us.
I think there's a genuine appetite for entertaining movies because we haven't really got them recently, have we? Yeah.
So it's going to be the second week then where this stands or falls, isn't it? But it seems to me word of mouth is not bad, so it possibly might do well.
Well, I'll tell you what, I have a thought that I just thought of now that as opposed to these kind of MCU and a bunch of other things, I don't think this is a franchise that had a chance to really disappoint people that like it. If you saw those Caesar movies, I would say there's goodwill there. So once this movie came out, I don't think people had any kind of negative idea about it. You're not thinking about all these kind of insulting the fans and all these kind of agendas. And the movie is largely clear of them, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say, I've just thought, do you, because of what you've said about the goodwill of the Caesar trilogy, do you think the studio knew they had to get this right?
Yeah,
take the piss.
Yes, I think that they did. Whoever made the decisions here from behind the scenes, I think that they were wise to not really lean into modern day ideologies. At least I didn't feel it while watching it. And whether I thought it was great or just okay, at least it wasn't a movie that I left really annoyed and angry or anything like that.
Okay, I think I might go check this out this week then, Ian.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out next week.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Wait until, yeah.
And my sister's been pestering me to take her to see it, so I guess I'll have to.
Apes.
No, she loves the Planet of the Apes films, the ones with Caesar in it and stuff like that. In fact, I said to her, Caesar's not in this one. She's like, really? I was like, don't you remember he died in the last one? Because it's been such a long time since the last one, isn't it? So, yeah.
Is Charlton Heston in this one? Oh, that'd be good if he was in it, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be amazing?
I was going to say that would be clever.
What with the awful face swapping thing that people do in the
yes. You go, rust in peace. They can't DEI apes for obvious reasons. Maybe that's why it's safe then. And
it's funny, right?
£3 ticket, yes, next weekend.
Because in every iteration of the Planet of Apes films, the gorillas were always the bad guys, weren't they? In every iteration.
Was it General Urko?
Yeah,
Gorilla lives matter.
They do. They do. Here you go. Prof R2, hello my friend. Budget was 157 mil. They need to make 450 to break even. Ooh, probably not happening. Ooh. How's And final comment. Orange ape bad. I think it's orangutan, isn't it? Okay. Shall we move on then?
Is it a sidestep? No, thank God.
Okay, this was the kind of big entertainment news on TV this week. Shogun Season 2 is officially in development. Wow. Hiroku Sanada has closed a deal to return as Lord Yoshi Toranaga. Wow.
Yeah, I still haven't watched the finale after being told by Z that it just ends with a damp squib. I just haven't even
still not watched it yet.
I still haven't finished the last episode. I haven't watched it. And I don't know what they basing it. Are there? I don't know. Are there more books? Z can answer that.
No, I can't because I haven't read
more
the first
money.
one.
Yeah, I don't think there is. I think there's just the one book. I think. Yeah, I think there's just one book.
So who are they getting to write it? I mean, if you don't have the source material, that's always a bit of a worry because when the source material ran out for Game of Thrones, we can see what happened there. I'm just a bit concerned that they don't have the
same feeling that it's going to go the same way Westworld Season 2 went.
Yeah, no plan. This is all a reaction to the success of it. And so they're in a rush to capitalize on that success and rush out a sequel that has they probably haven't even planned for. It just seems very, very, let's panic and get something made quickly, quick. And I just don't trust that kind of thinking.
Which I wish they wouldn't do. I wish that, Americans, we have this thing where we're like, oh, it works, so make another season, and then we'll make as many seasons as possible. And I'm all like, can't you just wrap it up? Like one season, it was, I didn't finish it, but, I mean, if it's good, just leave it alone and just make something else. Just go and make something else. I hate that they're making a season 2 of this because I'm like, everybody raves about the first season. You had a hit, now make another hit. Don't glom onto this one. It's kind of annoying, but who knows? Maybe they'll make another. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know.
Other than Ian, did we all watch Shogun? Keith, did you watch it?
No, I've not seen it yet. It's on my list to see, but I've not got round to it.
Price, did you watch it?
Surprisingly, I haven't watched it. No.
Definitely on my to watch list.
It's really good, but then the finale.
The damp squib.
I remember the original miniseries.
So do I.
Was that Richard Chamberlain or something?
Yeah, Rachel Ward, even though I never saw it.
Richard Chamberlain, the original Bourne, Jason Bourne. So
yes, I've
it's crazy, isn't it?
Maybe I need to check out the original one first. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we move on then, folks?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes.
Not seen that.
Amazon.co.uk posted this the other day. We've seen Fallout. What other games do you think should be made into a show?
Oh no.
None of them.
Well, apparently to link it to Kingdom of Planet of the Apes, Wes Ball, who directed that, apparently is going to be directing a Zelda movie based on the video game.
Wow.
I can't think of that.
I only know that because I listened to an interview with him and he said that was his next project. So,
I can't help but think of Drawn Together, Link being like really gay. Do you remember watching Drawn Together? Anyone?
Yeah. Yes.
That's all I can think of when I think of Zelda.
I did like Fallout though. Thought it was worth my time. It was quite good. I liked it.
But we've got to the point now where the superhero genre is over and the video game adaptation is the current thing. So we're just going to see more and more of these products being churned out.
Yeah, I have a question. Do you need to be familiar with the game to enjoy this show?
No, because I never played the game, but I loved the show. I thought the show was really entertaining. Yeah.
Okay,
Amazon were not confident in this program, were they?
Yeah.
They just dumped it in one go because they just thought it was going to flop, and then people kind of embraced it.
It is entertaining, but don't look at the plot because the plot makes no sense whatsoever.
A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people in the higher, thing. A lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was very entertaining. I mean, it's not perfect.
Didn't like it.
Yeah, it's not perfect. Nothing is, but this was, as far as I was concerned, I was entertained every episode. So
unfortunately, a lot of the plot relies on luck and convenience. And some things just wouldn't happen in the course of the game.
But do you know what though, Z? Right, that I don't understand why people have a problem with that. If you go back to the 80s movies, right? If you watch Lethal Weapon, stuff like that, all that stuff happened in those films as well, from Die Hard straight across, like an inconvenience.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it is part of that kind of genre. I don't mind stuff like that happening as long as I'm entertained.
Is that a trope?
It is kind of a trope, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. So, but as long as it's entertaining, I find, as long as it isn't too dumb, then and most of it makes sense and I'm entertained, then I kind of
a lot of the comments on the thread when I looked at the tweet were asking for BioShock. And I was going to say this. I was going to say Halo. I was actually going to say Halo, and we all know what we got, don't we?
They have, yeah.
It was shite.
Was it? Oh, I didn't see that either.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen
it.
Oh,
yeah, you go. Half-Life. That could be good.
Minesweeper.
Stray. That would be good.
E.T. the Atari game.
No, what about
Call of Duty
Pong?
Would be good.
What about Pong, the movie?
Hungry Horace.
Defender.
They really did a Tetris movie, so there you go.
Oh, that was good.
It was.
I haven't seen it. Yeah,
it was good. I like
Snake.
I think Modern Warfare would be quite good.
Manic Miner.
Yeah. Saberwolf.
Jetpack.
Tic-Tac-Toe. The movie.
Frogger.
Oh God.
Jet Set Willy the movie. Yeah.
That sounds like a porno.
Asteroids.
Probably.
I love Asteroids. I used to love playing that game. I spent like about £1,000 on those playing that game. If I counted all the money I used to spend.
Ian, I've told you a million times, stop exaggerating, please.
I did. I played it every time I went there, I was playing it, man. I was useless at it.
Is that why you're broke now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was one of the best games, though, wasn't it? You got to admit, it was one of the best games out there, I thought. Very simple. Very simple.
Yeah, all the early 80s video games, it's just pure gaming. It's just
Space Invaders.
Why do
we have Space Invaders, the movie?
Oh, God,
Astro Wars.
Yeah. Battlezone. I used to love that.
Oh, the handheld Astro Wars. Remember that? The silver little box with the round window.
Yeah.
I remember all the kids that had more money.
Welcome to the old fart stream.
Shut up, you,
Mr. Brownlights. Okay. Let's move on then. Fallout Season 2 confirmed, so that'll be coming in the near future.
What's next? Skeleton Crew. Oh, is this Star Wars thing? No.
Star Wars Skeleton, or is it Skeleton Crew, will use stop motion done by Phil Tippett, as well as old-fashioned matte paintings made by an ILM painter who came out of retirement for the series.
Yeah, but the writing needs to be good, doesn't it?
Right.
That's all very well, but the writing...
This is all a lie. This is all a lie. They'll be using CGI. Because this is the thing now that production companies are doing. They're putting out that they're not using CGI when they do use CGI. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a lie. Yes, they'll probably be doing animation, and Phil Tippett probably doing some of it, but the majority of the stuff will be CGI. I can put money on this.
I agree with Ian.
But none of it matters if the story and characterization is not good. It doesn't matter how they do it. It's just, is it going to be entertaining and good? And that's a big question mark with this.
Is this the one with Jude Law?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, him and a bunch of like little kids. They're like,
it seems like a marketing gimmick.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I mean,
he's got like a crew
of desperation, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's going to be bad. It's not going to be.
But they've been lying ever since. I mean, how it was discovered was through Barbie, when they did the behind the scenes stuff, and they were lying about how everything was practical. And then in behind the scenes stuff, you can see they green screen stuff out so that they can hide the CGI. Yeah, and then what's the biggest one? The what is it? The Top Gun Maverick, where they said they didn't use all the planes all the planes are CGI.
I know, it's
all
amazing.
of them,
and they look real as well. They're amazing.
And they lied. They said it was real. It wasn't real planes.
They all look real.
Is it called Skeleton Crew because Disney's killed it?
Yeah, probably.
Right on. Well, I think that they're just gonna do like, you remember in the Book of Boba Fett where he's in like the desert and he's fighting like that weird like four-armed creature or whatever. Now that kind of looked like it was stop motion animation, but it wasn't. They didn't do like old school animation. So I think they're gonna do it just like that. They're gonna be like, we're using stop motion, and like Ian said, I totally agree with him. It's not gonna be stop motion. It's gonna be they just do it on a computer and make it look like it's stop motion. And we're gonna use matte paintings, and it's an ILM painter. Why don't you name this fucker? Because I think you're just saying that, Like, I have a guy coming out of retirement. Yeah, what's his name? Oh, Bob. Bob who? Well, Bob, what's his face? Like, get the hell out of here with that noise.
Bob.
Yeah, okay. Exactly.
Dr. Iceman, please don't shit on Top Gun Maverick. Yeah,
I'm not. I like the film immensely, but the problem is that the production company and even Tom Cruise went out their way to lie to the audience, because these days, right, it's uncool to have a lot of CGI in your film, and to lie and say we did these stunts for real, we were in the planes for real. It's a lie. So obviously it's a big lie. That's all I can say.
Here, folks. Jay Goodwin, hello Jay. Apparently there's only 2 model builders left at ILM. Now that is sad.
It is sad. I love the models that they built.
Sort of. Top Gun Maverick was shit. No, it wasn't.
Oh, I liked it.
We're not talking to you anymore.
I think the future of particularly science fiction filmmaking, I think the future will have to rely on going back to that lost art of model making, because I think it looks far more realistic.
I agree. There's no substitute for it. Yeah,
none at all.
Yeah. Manuel makes the point. They did actually use 2 FA-18 Super Hornets.
They did.
But what they did was they cleverly did CGI
over it. Yeah,
just amazing. Yeah.
But again, they went out the way to say they didn't use any CGI in the flying sequences, and it's a complete and utter lie. So I think these production companies are beginning to realize that people are getting really tired of CGI everywhere, so they try to lie and say, "Oh, it's not. There's only a little bit of CGI in there," and then people, subconsciously think it's done for real. But
do you know why you should never? Do you know why you should never lie?
Because you go to hell. I don't know why.
No, because you need to remember the lies.
Because you wish it.
Because you wish it. Okay, let's move on then, folks. I think Skeleton Crew end of the year.
Oh God. Oh, God.
Pablo Hidalgo claimed that George Lucas was involved in the Kenobi series. He also said that Kenobi was George's favourite from Disney.
Has George
You
got dementia?
guys smelling what?
Has he got dementia?
I don't
know. I mean, come on, George. You're losing the plot, mate.
I don't believe a single word that comes out of Pablo Hidalgo's mouth.
I was just about to say the same thing, yeah.
Who is he, for the uninitiated?
He heads up the Star Wars story group to try and make sure everything is in continuity with new canon, basically.
Which it never is.
Yeah, he's doing a shit job. He should be fired.
Shit job.
Yeah. If I did a shitty job as shitty as he does, I'd be fired in a heartbeat.
What, for being shit?
Yeah, he sucks. He's not good at his job.
Would you be the shittest of the
shittest?
Yes.
If you're working on the message, you always fail upwards.
That's very true. It's so true.
The thing is, though, listen, George Lucas is not good for Star Wars. It's the same thing with Roddenberry. He wasn't good for Star Trek. The suggestions that Roddenberry gave for the Star Trek movies were absolutely awful. And it's the same thing with George Lucas. When he did the prequels, they were awful because he doesn't have what it takes to make a really good movie. So that's that. So that's what I'm saying, right? It's pointless. George Lucas can say all this crap, even if he did say it.
I agree with you.
It's the same with all these people in charge of these franchises. Same with Russell T Davies. They've got no one to tell them no and hold back.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah,
there's a lot of that later.
That is quite key. Definitely.
I will say this: Hidalgo for me is kind of I consider him this kind of hustler, and within Lucasfilm, I don't like him or what he does personally, but he's a successful hustler within that corporation. Years ago, the reason he even got a job there was because he had a good memory. So he sold them on this idea that he can help them create sort of a book where they talk about all the different things in canon and he could somehow contribute. And then he leveraged that and turned it into a full-time job at Lucasfilm. And for years, he's just been going around like he's the canon expert or whatever. I've never bought any of this. And it's not like a guy that I think George Lucas has ever thought much of. As much as you don't like Dave Filoni, at least Dave Filoni does something. I mean, George Lucas used him for something, whereas Pablo Hidalgo is just kind of like that guy. He's a politician. Somehow he makes friends with the right people. He says the right thing. He ends up on this story group advising Kathleen Kennedy. I don't think he can do anything except for his politics. That's it.
Is Dave Filoni a phony?
I think Dave Filoni has talent for doing something, but he's not the type of guy that you just give him the keys and tell him that he can now do whatever he wants. Right. I think he needs to work under other people that tell him exactly what to do, and maybe he can do it.
He's a great stealer.
Mm-hmm. What you need is a dynamism. I don't think they have a dynamism. What you need someone who is in charge, has a veto vote or whatever, but you still need someone, a right-hand man or a third person as well, just to say, look, you're on the wrong, you're on the wrong track here. You need to rein yourself in on this, or may I suggest something else, or say no, just a blatant no, because a lot of these people, they just have such a wild ego, and they just drive these things into the ground because they're too powerful. They're too powerful, and they don't need to listen to anyone, and because they're getting their paycheck,
the force is
they're
strong,
getting all the coaxing.
Yeah, how about no?
Yeah,
force is strong. In this one.
I agree completely. I mean, I think with the original trilogy, Gary Kurtz kept George Lucas in lane, if you like, and then obviously
and his wife
Rick McCallum, when it came to the prequels, was more of a yes man.
Yes, and, George. Can I make you tea, George? Okay. Shall we move on then, folks? Yes. Let's move on.
Yes.
Bob Iger was doing his announcements this week at the stockholders or conference call or whatever. Marvel Studios will reduce their output to 2 to 3 movies per year, 2 TV shows per year. Discuss.
How was that?
But that's what they were doing the years before.
That's exactly what they've been putting out.
Yeah, exactly. It's no change.
Again, let's focus on good storytelling, maybe.
That would be nice.
Rabbit droppings.
Volume. It's all about volume now, isn't it? It's all about the amount of output.
It's rabbit droppings as opposed to a big cow pat. You know, that's really what was being served.
Rabbit Tods.
They just want to keep everybody subscribed, basically. So let's keep churning stuff out.
Here you go, Arch Collin. That's 5 too many.
Right.
More than anything, when he said this, it was just a spin for investors. Basically, he was kind of in the hot seat because Marvel didn't do well in 2023. And just like we saw with the Star Wars sequel trilogy, his usual reaction, what he has in his playbook, is that he goes for the Star Wars fatigue or Marvel fatigue or superhero fatigue. And this is along the same lines. But in this case, the twist is that because they were trying to make so many great movies, so many great Marvel shows and movies, and they weren't that great, he prefers quote-unquote quality over quantity now. But again, this is just nonsense. It was just something to sell at his investors meeting to investors, so that kind of like it's a spin. That's all it is.
Bullshit, folks. Here you go. It's the Phobos. Gary just dropped a video saying exactly the same thing for 6 quarters now. Yeah, I just watched it before we came on. Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's also a good thing they're only putting out Deadpool this year.
There you go. Hello, Tim. The only project I'm looking forward to is Deadpool 3. Yo.
Right, for sure. Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to it too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all are, aren't we?
Yeah, and I think that they need to stop making Marvel shows, because I don't know about any of you, but I haven't liked any of them. I mean, I kind of liked Hawkeye, but other than that, the rest are shit.
If they were standalone, that would be fine. Even though they'd be crap, it'd still be fun. But the fact that they rely on people to have watched everything because it's all interconnected and interwoven, that's a big mistake, because people miss out on one because it's rubbish. They're not going to know what the hell's going on in the next.
I agree.
Punchable Face. Hello, my friend. Enjoying the new avatar. It's not fatigue, it's apathy.
That's true.
The immovable apathy brick. It really is.
There's a lot riding on Deadpool. Well, not that much then.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Even if it's good, it'll be an anomaly. I don't think that once that movie is done, you have Agatha.
There's nothing to follow it.
Yeah, Agatha on Disney Plus. What do you have? Wonder Man. What are they even doing? I don't even know.
Who cares?
Pass.
Apathy. If I'd gone back in time to my 7 or 8 year old self and said, you know, in the future there'll be loads of Star Wars shows and movies, and you'll be completely apathetic about it all. The first thing I'd have done is say, what does apathetic mean? Because I was
apathy man.
But after that, I wouldn't have believed it. I'd have been like, no, you're kidding. I want all the Star Wars I can get. And yeah. The reality is
able to kill franchises in a single movie.
Yeah,
that was good for me. Should we move on?
Badly managed.
Moving on. Move along. Nothing to see.
Yay.
Louis Esposito, big honcho producer, says Marvel Studios is coming back strong with Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be their only hit. I mean, the other 2 movies coming out the following year is that Falcon and 2 or whatever it is.
You've got to do better, Kai.
Yeah, and then I don't remember what's after that, the other movie coming out. But I'm like, this one's gonna be good, but it's just because it's a holdover from Fox and everybody. Yeah. I mean, I liked those first 2 movies, but yeah.
So Fox.
I have no doubt this one will be fun and entertaining. Yeah. Although I have to say, part of me, I was such a fan of Logan and how they finished the Wolverine franchise, if you like, that it's kind of, I find it slightly annoying that he's back, you know.
No, but he's from another universe.
Oh, of course.
Of course,
everything, isn't it?
This Wolverine is from another universe. It's not the one that died, apparently. So,
but this won't save them. For every Spider-Man No Way Home, they've got an Eternals or a Black Widow or Love and Thunder, for God's sake, or even Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. This doesn't save the studio. The next movie after this is Captain America: Brave New World, and nobody's excited for that.
Yeah, nobody.
Absolutely nobody.
Did you see the McDonald's? They released their toys or whatever, and it shows all the characters in their costumes. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be pure shit. I'm like, this looks like Power Rangers, just with wings. I'm like, this looks ridiculous.
It does look shit.
Okay, so it's a couple of months, I do believe. We'll find out.
You gotta do better, Senator.
You gotta do better, Mega Geek.
I am excited for this movie.
July 26th.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good.
Not long.
I'm gonna avoid it at all costs.
Why?
Although he has. Oh, you're talking about this one. I'm talking about Captain America.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
what's his name? Captain America has got Captain Falcon has got Steve Rogers' costume from what's that movie? The best one?
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, he's got his costume on.
Oh, that is a good costume, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a brilliant costume. Yeah, I love it.
Here you go. Professor R2, he's got a bit of a boner for Captain Falcon. Will be the biggest bomb yet.
It probably will.
I think that movie will cost $500 million to make. Crazy.
They've been reshooting, haven't they?
Yeah,
Crazy.
they have. Yeah.
Absolute crazy. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on. Okay. This literally broke as we finished last week's stream. Breaking. Chris Evans will reportedly reprise his role as Captain America in a limited series about Steve Rogers returning the Infinity Stones after Endgame.
Who cares? No. Why? His character's dead.
Yeah,
Stop doing this.
They do, isn't it? This is, I mean, they're talking about Robert Downey Jr. and everybody coming back, aren't they?
Yeah. Haley Atwell.
What the? Yeah.
Haley Atwell.
It's already been done on how it should have ended. They've got a 3.5 minute.
That was fantastic. Yeah, that was hilarious.
And it is so funny, especially with them meeting the Red Skull again.
Yeah. So funny.
Yeah.
Mike Zero level rumor.
It's probably not true because the amount of money they have to pay Chris Evans to do this is going to be.
He's desperate for.
No, he's not. Desperate. He's doing well.
Flop after flop.
No, well, he's doing a lot of Netflix stuff. He did, he's doing well. So he doesn't really need the money. But I agree, they shouldn't be doing this at all. They're just desperate. It sounds like they're desperate, doesn't it? It really.
They are desperate, and I think that he may be also maybe not for money, but being Captain America and having everybody kind of everywhere smile at you and tell you how great you are versus being on some crappy movie on Netflix that nobody watched. It's not the same thing.
Leonard Nimoy had a similar experience.
He did, yeah. He did. He said, "I am not Spock," and then we got a book out. Saying,
I
am Spock.
Just embrace it. Yeah. Perhaps Chris Evans.
I'm confused.
Perhaps Chris Evans regrets leaving now because maybe sometimes you just got to embrace it.
Yeah, because
who is he when he's not Captain America?
Because it's
exactly. Yeah.
To an actor. It's a gift.
It's the same thing with Robert Downey Jr. Everything he's put out since has been shit, in my opinion. Except for
he won an award for Oppenheimer. He can at least flash an Academy Award, and he'll probably be pretty happy.
Yeah, Oppenheimer was pretty good, but I mean, I don't know. I just think these guys, they quit, and I'm all like, no, ride that money train to the bank. That's what I would do. I'd be like I'll show up anywhere.
I will say this, just my opinion. As opposed to Chris Evans, I think that Robert Downey Jr. is legitimately a good actor. So
yes, I agree.
Maybe he didn't choose the right roles for himself, and maybe he just started thinking, "Oh, I can do anything." But he has the talent. Whereas Chris Evans, I think that the most he can do is Captain America.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
I hope this explains why Cap didn't tell everyone about 9/11 after he stayed with Peggy.
Oh yeah. Well, he couldn't tell her, could he? Then you see that sketch where he was eating his food, and she was going, "I've got this job in the Twin Towers," and he couldn't say anything. That was so funny. Yeah.
Well, they didn't think that one through.
Okay. Let's move on then. Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
No,
So
no,
a couple of big name drops this week. The cast of Marvel Studios, the not so quite Fantastic Four, has been. Yeah, it was John Malkovich.
Oh, is he going to be Doctor Doom?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Probably
I heard they were
not.
gonna. I heard they were just gonna have a lot of Fantastic Four villains like pop up, like for just like a hot minute, and then because I guess from what I've been reading, like for instance on Fantastic Four updates, is they're just gonna go through time, not them physically, but they'll show snippets of them through time and how they've like become superheroes or whatnot, and they'll have villains pop up and show how they defeated those villains or whatnot.
But John Malkovich, right? If he is playing Doctor Doom, all he probably do is supply his voice, and that's it. Because Doctor Doom obviously has got a mask on his face. I mean, they probably might get someone younger to play him, and then he takes over voice-wise. Because I can't see him. I mean, I can't see him playing Doctor Doom at all. John Malkovich.
Well, he
He's
looks
a good
like a
actor,
doctor, not Doom, though.
Yeah, but
the other
Doom's younger, isn't he? In the show, he's younger, isn't he?
And the other big name was Ralph Ineson as Galactus. That's the one on the bottom left, folks.
Do you think he's gonna wear the hat, the big helmet looking?
I hope so.
Yeah, me too. But I don't know. We'll see.
Silver Surfer, that was a woman.
Yeah, I'm not seeing this movie just because of that.
Apparently, there's going to be 2 Silver Surfers.
No, I don't give a shit. I'm not seeing it. I'm
we're
upset.
not talking about OAPs surfing the internet either.
Pedro he's not right for Mr. Fantastic at all.
No.
Have you noticed that
Fiona,
Vanessa Kerr, is it Kerr?
Yeah, I can.
She's
get
the
down with that.
first in the list.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be Reed Richards, or is that just me?
No, because it's going to be all about her, isn't it?
Yeah.
She'll be the lead.
Yeah, and Pedro Pascal will become the bad guy at the end. And they'll turn him into what's the name of the character
Cook.
when he turns into a villain in the comic book? I can't remember off the top of my head, but he ends up becoming a villain at one point in time. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't have hope for this movie.
Nor do I.
Out next year.
Fantastic Four movie franchises seem to be cursed, really, don't they?
Starts filming within
right.
the next month or so. Out next year.
This is the movie that they should have made directly after Endgame. And they should have had Reed Richards become the new Tony Stark and take over the kind of like the lead over the whole Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Because and for them to not like
Evil Cook.
Yeah, for them to not take a pause on all the movies right after that and say, no, this is what we need to do, was the hugest mistake. And now they just have a big clusterfuck of movies and they have no idea what to do. And I don't even know if they can fix it at this point in time. So.
Well, they turned the whole of a boy's own comics into a female brand.
Right.
And that's where they went wrong, right?
I agree too. And they also went with Marvel Now, which was all these, politically correct, characters and all these, diversity characters. And they were never popular in the comic books. They sold so many less comic books. I believe it was around 2016 was when this started. But all those comic books failed, like Ironheart and they had America Chavez in there with the Young Avengers or whatnot. All of those comic
Marvel, they had to relaunch twice.
Exactly. And all those, I read most of those. Well, not all the whole run, but I read like a handful of them. They all suck. Those characters suck. But they just double down on that shit in the movies, and they're like, no, let's go forward with this. These characters that everybody hated, and I'm all like, why? Do you guys hate making money?
Have they been sitting on what's that Iron Man ripoff, Thunderheart? They've been sitting on that for 18 months, haven't they?
Ironheart, yeah. I don't think that's gonna come out. If I was them, I wouldn't put it out. Like, there's the character sucks. The girl that played her sucks. Like, the comic books were terrible. They had to retcon her origin story because her original origin story was that she stole the tech and made her iron suit. It was iron.
Stole it, yes.
Yeah, she stole it, and then they retconned it, and now she did it because there was a BLM type march, and it's so stupid. I hate these comic books, but Marvel. I don't think they've learned their lesson, but whatever.
And on that bombshell, let's move on.
Someone in the comments mentioned Roger Corman's Fantastic Four, and rest in peace, right?
Rest in peace,
Corman,
Roger.
98 was it? He died today, age 98.
That's sad.
Good innings.
Okay. Let's move on.
Good innings.
Okay, Flash, who's a big YouTuber who was in the club of slagging X-Men 97 off before it was even shown, and then he watched it and he loves it, says, the best thing they've made in years, and it flops, X-Men 97.
Oh, did it not do well?
No,
it's not getting very good viewership at all.
Apathy is setting.
It's an absolute shame because I've been watching this since it started, and it's a worthy successor for the original series.
I agree.
It's a bit fast paced, a bit too. They're trying to pack too much into each episode.
Agreed.
But overall, it's a fantastic series, and I can't recommend this enough to people.
I agree.
I think I know why it didn't do well beyond the losing the goodwill of the fans. Leading up to its release, it's almost like Disney tried to do everything to make people not want to see it, especially people that were fans. The guy that was initially the showrunner that they fired, he had interviews and that he said that Kevin Feige brought him on board because he was black and gay, and Kevin Feige wanted him to insert that into the show and things like that.
And he's got an OnlyFans page as well.
The OnlyFans didn't really, that only bothered Kevin Feige apparently, which fired him.
Really?
Other people didn't even know anything about it. I mean, for me, the thing that did the opposite of selling was those interviews and the kind of things that he said. And then there were a few other things in the promotion and the marketing that it seemed like they were doing weird things. And oddly, at the end, it turns out that the guy, maybe Kevin Feige really hired him because he was black and gay, but he apparently actually does like the X-Men and made a show that was respectful. Maybe that's why he was fired. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, for doing his job correctly. Oh dear, that's first.
Yeah, I agree with everything Reason just said. I mean, like that guy got fired, and his OnlyFans thing. From what you can't go and look at it now, I don't think. But from what I read, is he didn't show like nudity. Like it was mostly just shirtless pics and pics of his ass and shit. But
Did you have a look?
No. You can't find it and everything. He even changed his Instagram.
You tried looking for it though, yeah?
Of course, I was like, I want to see this
for research purposes.
Yeah, for sure. No, but the show is really good, and I agree with what Z said. They are rushing so many good storylines; it's ridiculous. I was like, you guys, like the stuff that they're going with, they could have made a whole there's like at least 3 storylines in this one season that they could have made a whole season out of one of these storylines, and they're just going like one episode, like 20 minutes, and they're done. I'm like, what? I'm like, it's crazy. And I'm all like, you guys had already 2 seasons, like the second season's, like, from what I understand, it's either almost finished or it's finished. And I'm like, why wouldn't you take your time? I mean, like the show, the show is pretty good. I enjoy it. The animation isn't my favorite at some points in time, but overall, I can't wait for the last episode. It's going to be so good. So I wish they would make more stuff like this, because you can tell that the writers, or at least that head guy, at least they like comic books, because there are so many things in this show that are, if you're a comic book reader, you notice it and you're like, thank you. I wish all people in Marvel would read the comic books and take from that.
I think they would be quite wise to release it on DVD, Blu-ray, because
I was gonna
once the word gets out, people might.
Yeah, exactly. Word of mouth might do well for this once people, because it's going to be on Disney Plus. It'll stay on Disney Plus. Just because people are not watching it now doesn't mean they're not going to watch it later.
Put it on DVD; it will sell.
Yeah. Z, are you available, my friend?
I most certainly am. The Tinkinator in the chat for £10 says, have you guys heard the many tales of the SCP Foundation? Not the games. There's a treasure trove of great stories to be adapted to the screen. Shame it'll never happen, as there's no money in it. Well, every franchise has got to start from somewhere.
That's true.
And it only takes one good movie to kick it off.
That's true.
Excuse my ignorance. What is the SCP Foundation?
I don't know. I'm going to.
I feel like we need to give Tinkernator's money back.
There we go. SCP Foundation is a web-based collaborative fiction project.
Oh.
Okay.
Move on.
I think I need to issue Tinkernator with a refund. Thank you, my friend. We're all thick. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on then. Okay. Thank you, my friend. Okay. Culture Crave posted this the other day. Most profitable movies of last year. This is net profit, by the way. So,
wow. I did not know Mario had made so much money, and they
net profit.
They talk more about Barbie than Mario. Maybe I should be talking more about Mario. Look how much money it made.
Okay, so what's the bottom one? 114 million.
Paw Patrol.
Yeah, that's the kids.
Did you see it?
I did.
No.
With the kids.
Is it about dogs?
It's about dogs who are police.
What's interesting about that, apart from Guardians of the Galaxy, though, none of those are connected to any franchises, right?
Well,
no.
I
suppose Spider-Verse as well.
And Wonka. Wonka's connected to
who's a Wonka? Okay, 124 million. The Holdover movie, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Never watched
and also the Turtles is a franchise.
I don't understand how the Turtles made so much. I think it only made it only broke even at the box office unless some streamer paid a lot of money or some kind of merchandise. I don't know how they made that money.
Okay.
It was a terrible cartoon though. I didn't like it at all.
It was awful, that movie.
Yeah.
Okay, 161 million. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it.
that.
Is it good?
It was okay. Wasn't anything amazing.
What's it about?
Oh crap! It's about a like a abandoned amusement place where the characters kind of take over and it turns into a sort of a slasher thing. If memory serves, I can't even really remember.
Yeah, it's based on the game of the same name, and it's worth noting in this list that there are 2 video game adaptations in here.
Okay, so 5 nights. Does that mean they have the weekend off? See what I did there. Moving on. 172 million. Taylor Swift.
Dude, I find her bland. Her music is bland. She's bland.
Not touching that one, Ian.
I don't know. I just think. I mean, she has made a lot of money, and she's,
she can fuck off.
Oh, I mean, she's pretty and all that, but she's not sexy as far as I'm concerned. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Beyonce is sexy, right? She hasn't got that kind of thing. She's just kind of really kind of.
Yeah, Beyonce is overrated.
Yeah.
Okay. 182 million for Wonka.
I thought I thought I was not going to like this movie, but I ended up liking it. I don't like musicals per se. I got dragged to the cinema by my sister and
so it wasn't
my niece.
shit.
It wasn't. It was entertaining, to tell you the truth. But it would have been 10 times better if it had the music.
I thought it was kind of shit. Actually, it was rather competently. It was competently made.
To be honest, I didn't particularly like it.
Go on. It was all right. It was okay.
What is it?
I thought it was all right too.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't great. It was just entertaining. That's all.
If you like the original, I don't think that one has much to offer. I don't buy Timothy Chalamet as Wonka.
Wanker.
Platoon was looking forward to that, wasn't he?
No. I do like the
musical.
Yeah, I do like the original. The original's better than anything any adaptation that they've done, especially the one with Johnny Depp. But this one was, I found it was non-offensive. It was okay. Kind of did its thing, I kind of enjoyed it.
Bigger folks, Drew Gordon, hello my friend. The Wandering Earth 2 made 604 last year, according to Wikipedia. Why isn't that on the list?
That was on Was that on Netflix? Wandering Earth? I think it was.
I've got it. I've started watching it. It looks good so far.
And was it Net Profit? Was that Net Profit?
Yeah, but also these are theatrically released movies they're talking about.
Plus that's CCP, isn't it?
In their country, yes, but over here, I think it was just went straight. The first one and the second one went straight to Netflix. Or am I wrong on that?
It wasn't. I think the first one was on Netflix. I don't know about the second.
Okay, 202 for Oppenheimer.
I like that film.
It's not bad, is it?
I thought it was going to be bored out of my head, but I didn't. I enjoyed it.
Not that second half.
I don't know. I enjoyed all of it. I thought it was very interesting.
I'm like, what? I was like, that second half. I was just like, the whole time, I'm just like, oh god, I just want to go home so bad.
Yeah.
I was in the theater with my wife, and I was like, hey, you want to jerk me off? And she's like, get out of here. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm so bored right now. I'm like, so bored.
Did the Earth move for you, dear? 204.5 for Turtles.
I actually enjoyed that movie. I took my kids.
I hated it.
Oh, you hate it? I didn't like the animation. I don't like that style of animation.
And what about what they did with April? The ugliest April
They
ever.
did make her very frumpy. She was like a fat little girl or whatever. Yeah. But besides that, I thought that the movie was like, I liked the bad guy, except for when he became like that giant... whale thing, whatever that was. Besides that, I liked the movie. I thought it was really fun.
Actually, Miss Brown answered me. What is the Wandering Earth about? It's Chinese blockbuster sci-fi movie. Yeah, about do we have to move planets or something?
Yeah, the Earth is moving or something like that, and it's in trouble, and they have to do something. I can't remember what they had to do. I saw it ages ago. But yeah.
Okay, where do we get to? So,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Verse 3 to 8 million.
I haven't seen. Is that the second one? I haven't seen the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of first.
Is that the one with Miles Morales?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. It's entertaining. It's not as good as the first one.
I agree.
It is still entertaining, and it's only half a movie, which is bloody frustrating.
Yeah, I hate that.
It's long. You get to the end and it's like, what?
Yeah, and I know that they're trying to make more animation for adults and everything, but I took my kids to this, and like the last like 20 minutes, they were like ready to go, and I was like, you guys need to wrap this shit up, because I'm like, you can't have a cartoon, an animated movie, and expect people not to take their kids when it's Spider-Man, and then you've got a 2.5 hour movie. I'm like, I'm sorry, my kids are like, and then the end, they're like, I don't get it, because it's like, they're just like, it's a complex storyline. I'm like, it's good, but at the same time, I'm like, my 6-year-old is like, okay, cool, and like, whatever. So
Bayonetta Rad read my mind. Miles Morales is Miles Morales.
He is Miles Morales.
Yes. Okay. Runner up, 421 million. Brrr.
Never seen it. Don't wish to see it.
Yeah, it's shit.
Ever.
It's awful.
Awful.
It is awful. Yeah.
I don't understand it at all from start to finish.
Dr. Watt, wasn't it, Ian?
I know he was. But Mario, the film, I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I love
Was
Mario.
that you moving me on, Ian?
No, sorry, mate. But I went to see it in was it 4D thing?
Subtle as a house brick.
Where the chairs move and stuff like that with my nieces.
Oh, that's super cool.
It was really fun.
I wish I could have gone to that, one of those. I didn't. The one for me is a little bit further away. But I love this movie. My kids also love this movie.
Yeah, it was really enjoyable.
Yeah.
It was. I thought it was a lot of fun.
My favorite thing is Marvel's lost 2 million, which is so surprising.
Marvel's lost 3. Yeah, a lot of money, folks.
Right on. Good. Yeah, you don't need to see it. It's shit.
Z3PO. I want to see Ono in 4D.
Me too.
Is that where they throw lots of KY jelly and stuff in your face?
Arsfelcher 4. 3.
You thought it was boring? I thought it was fun.
Yeah, Sword in the Storm. I have problems with you tonight. I love you,
It's okay,
though.
he has problems with everybody.
I love you.
Okay. It was good. It was a lot of fun.
Let's move on then, yes.
Godzilla -1.
Godzilla.
I watched it finally. Yeah,
is
fabulous. Yeah.
The most pirated movie in the world currently.
The
film is only available to stream on Prime Video in Japan.
Do you know what? I did like this movie, but I didn't think it was good as everybody was painting it out to be. Yeah, I thought it was good though, but it wasn't as great.
I agree with Ian. I do agree with Ian.
What?
Try watching Godzilla X Con or whatever, and it's going to be a masterpiece.
Yeah, I got to admit, I agree with Ian as well. It was a good movie, but it wasn't as great as everyone's saying it is.
I didn't care enough about the main characters, really. I just thought it was just a bit too...
Did you watch it at the cinema?
No, but it was the story I was trying to follow, not, how big the screen was. But for me, it was just... I don't care, and there was not enough Godzilla. Like Godzilla at the beginning, baby Godzilla, and Godzilla bit at the end, which just kind of stood there getting drowned, basically. And then in the middle, he had a bit of action, and I was like, yeah, and it ended really quickly.
Well, it must be me because I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
No, I enjoyed it. Some amazing moments, but I just thought it dragged. It dragged so much.
Godzilla -1, you didn't like it?
I liked it.
I liked it. I just think it dragged.
Yeah, I saw it in the cinema. I did like it, but I didn't think it was great as everybody was telling me before I went to see it. Right, I did care about the characters, but not enough for me to be dragged into it as much as I guess other people has. But it was a really entertaining movie, very clever, the effects, and you knew, spoilers, that person was going to be alive at the ending for some unknown reason. Knew it.
I wasn't sure actually, but I think that this is maybe the best Godzilla movie I've ever seen personally.
Oh wow!
I agree. I'm not like I'm not a huge Godzilla person, but I really enjoyed this movie. I thought at some points it was charming. I was like, I'm loving.
It's more a film about post-war relationships with Godzilla sort of in it a bit.
Even the 60s one. Is it the 60s? The original one, the original Godzilla with the guy in the suit. That was quite cool. I remember watching that as a kid on TV.
Yeah, I like that one too, but I think this one is better.
It was two different movies. I think if they did a movie about life after Japan, after the war, after all that, that would have been just interesting on its own. But the Godzilla thing just felt tacked on.
I thought it was bold. I mean, they tried to do something different, and I like that it's not the same thing over and over again. They tried to do something that wasn't the regular thing, and I like that. I don't know.
I like the idea. I just think it was executed with serious pacing issues. Shut up.
Thank you, Melvin, by the way.
Melvin D, please, Supermod. Home Media Minefields channel. That's Keith, everybody. Please sub. There's a link there. I did it in the pinned chat as well. Keith, how many subs are you at now? Do we know?
Oh, that's a good point. I haven't seen the update. Hold on.
Come on, we need to get him to 1,000, folks.
Yeah, I texted a couple of people to subscribe.
We need to get him over that.
I'm at 964. There you go. I've had 9 more subs.
Can you taste it?
Yeah.
So close.
But the thing is, I've got no expectations, so I don't know.
That's exactly why we should support you, my friend. Okay, right. Support his channel.
What's next?
Go on, Keith. We can do it. The chat will pull through for you. Come on, chat. We can do it.
Very kind of everyone, anyway.
Oh, God. What a sidestep.
Oh, you see this? Oh, dear.
Dave Callahan to write Godzilla X-Kong follow-up. Shang-Chi writer, everybody.
Yes, he's also responsible for all 4 of the Expendables movies.
What?
Doom, Wonder Woman 1984, and 2021's Mortal Kombat.
Why has he been hired then? Why has he been hired?
I know it doesn't bode well, but on the bright side, he's also been involved with both Spider-Verse movies.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So there is some talent there. It's just whether it translates over to this IP or not.
I've not seen X-Kong.
I don't want
it's
to.
Funny. It's funny actually because I really I really enjoyed the first Godzilla and Kong Skull Island. I love those, and I actually like the TV show, the Monarch TV show.
Okay.
But these last two movies, the Godzilla versus Kong ones, have just been. I mean, they're brilliant. Just garbage. It's just, whatever.
Here you go. It's the Phobos. What about Godzilla XXX Kong?
Godzuki. Bring Godzuki to the screen. That's what I say.
Okay. I
watched a really good film on Netflix recently, Bullet Train. That was.
Oh my god, I love that movie.
That was so good.
It's from the director of The Fall Guy.
It is,
It was really, really fun.
That's flopped, hasn't it? Fall Guy.
It was great.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I guess you covered that, right?
You're welcome.
Cheers, Lee.
Yeah, we did last week.
Yeah.
Terrible movie.
Yeah.
Oh no. What's this?
The new Lord of the Rings film is entitled The Hunt for Gollum. Andy Serkis will return as
I think
Gollum,
he's directing.
and also
He's directing.
direct.
My God! Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Peter Jackson producing.
Yeah,
But why?
Because they can.
Yeah,
money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I'm pretty sure, so two things. One, I don't think Andy Serkis is that great of a director, in my opinion.
What?
I mean, yeah, he's not that great of a director.
What?
Well, his movies that he's directed so far, I don't go like, oh, the directing in this is amazing. He's the next Scorsese. I mean, he can do it, which is like, I guess. And then, I don't know if this movie could possibly be better than that fan film that they did on YouTube, because I really enjoyed that fan film. So I don't know if it could be better than that. I mean,
was that before it got taken down?
It was before, yeah. I watched it like a while back. Like, this has been on YouTube for quite some time, so I watched it when it like first came out.
15 years.
Yeah. I will say though, there's also a video game with Gollum. That video game sucks balls. It's no good. It's no good.
Lord of the Rings Gollum was an absolute shit.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
So does anybody? Is anyone interested in actually seeing more of the same? Does anybody want a Gollum movie?
I'll be honest, my gut instinct says that we really don't need this. But then again, people can say that about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which I actually really enjoyed. So
there you go, folks.
Yeah, but if it isn't J.R. Tolkien, then it's not really Lord of the Rings.
I was going to
say J.R. Ewing then.
It's kind of like, again, I didn't like the prequels either. You know, the Hobbit films. I thought they dragged those out.
I've watched them.
You know,
you go. Money.
This is a cash grab, in my opinion, unfortunately.
Totally, yeah.
It is a cash grab, yeah.
And they do a series as well or something, which was dreadful.
Yeah,
I think it was Zaslav who approved this.
Out of all the stories they could tell, they're going to choose Gollum's story. Like, nobody's not.
Which we know.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
They showed it.
Peter
in the
Jackson
trilogy, didn't they?
producing as well.
Yeah, I just go find a story in those books. There's plenty of them. And
no. Look, Peter Jackson, right? He has to get off Lord of the Rings, right? He's a very talented filmmaker. He has to make something else now. Get off Lord of the Rings, mate. I mean. Yes, he's done his Beatles thing and stuff like that. He needs to do something else. He's a very creative director. He needs to do something else.
Do you know what he could have done? I just thought. What? Didn't Peter Jackson want to direct an episode of Doctor Watt?
Yes, he did.
It'd have been an amazing showrunner.
He said he would have done it just for a Dalek. If they gave him a Dalek, he would have done it for free. That's what he said.
And they said no.
No, they said no to him. Yeah,
because everybody wished
no.
Yeah. How about no?
Oh, here we go. 32 more subs.
Oh
Keith.
my God, you guys!
Come on, folks. We got 137 people watching this. Come on,
you guys.
Go on for me. Go on for me, please, for me. Let's get him over there.
Oh, yeah, 968. Yeah,
this film should not be made.
I agree.
Okay, so
Frighteners were really good. Remember the Frighteners?
Oh my God, I love that movie.
Yeah, what a
great
movie.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry,
I
go ahead.
interrupted. I have a slight theory about this. Just popped into my head.
Mm.
You know how Rings of Shite was so bad?
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Perhaps Warner's or is it New Line who are making this will make this absolutely fucking amazing just to piss them off. What do you think?
I mean, hopefully.
I don't know.
I mean, if it's good, we'll sing its praises. But I just go, as soon as I saw this, I'm like, I immediately was just like, out of all the stories you're gonna tell Gollum's story, like,
yeah,
I'm like,
okay, let's move on then.
Yeah, and they did kind of show it in the original trilogy anyway, didn't they?
Yeah. Plus, his story's not that great. I mean, his
spoilers.
Story's not that great.
He dies.
Spoilers, everybody.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. The Hunt for Gollum was a fan film that had been on 15 years, and it got copyrighted striked the following day.
But it was a fan film. They have no right to copyright strike him.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So
the fans are doing the best work.
Yeah.
So
there's a big.
Have any of you seen that Star Wars X-wing thing? The fans.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a big Twitter backlash about it. So it quickly went. So it was off YouTube, and then The Hunt for Gollum is back on YouTube.
Oh, is it? Oh, good. I'll probably check it out then.
Hey, a source at Warner Bros. Says the recent takedown of a 15-year-old fan-made Lord of the Rings movie on YouTube was done in error. But it was.
Because it was precious.
Yeah.
Precious.
What they've succeeded in doing, therefore, is the typical Streisand effect. I didn't know anything about this fan film. Now I do. Now I want to watch it. So all they've done is drawn more attention to it.
And I think I said they should employ the people who did the fan film.
Yeah,
but that's just me.
Well, the guy that did the fake, the face fake thing, he was doing a lot of videos on YouTube, and then what's his name? ILM hired him, didn't they?
Yep.
Disney hired him, so now he works for Disney now.
Oh, the deep fake guy.
Yeah.
Here you go. R2Lee2. It has 13 million views on YouTube.
Wow,
and I bet that's going up as well. Yeah.
Wow, crazy. That's almost as many slides as you did for the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
You know me. We like to take our time. I know you don't, but it is what it is. Move along. Okay, let's move along then.
Oh, what's this?
Check out Girls. What? Sorry.
What's that?
I'm reading comment. One of the
checkout girls at my local. I used to work with somebody who looked like. Yeah, I used to work with somebody who used to call him Gollum, spitting image.
What's this? Formula One movie.
Joseph.
With Brad Pitt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you moving me on, Ian?
No,
Joseph
just reading it.
Kosinski's Formula One, and I know this is shooting. Movie starring Brad Pitt will have a 300 million budget. Blimey.
Who's Joseph? What's his face?
He did Maverick, Top Gun Maverick.
Oh,
Tron Legacy. Is it Oblivion? Is it Oblivion?
Is this based on a true story or something? This Formula One.
Formula One.
Formula One. Yeah, I think it's just
no.
Professor
A character.
No idea
in real life.
300 million already a failure.
Wow.
My mum might like
very
it. She loves
Sorry,
that
mate. Talking. You were talking. I interrupted.
You did. Slap.
Do you want to finish your point?
No, I was just saying that my mum would probably like it. She loves F1. So.
What about Brad Pitt, though?
Oh, there you go.
My mum is really.
Brad
my mum
Pitt
is really into this young Korean guy at the moment. So.
Do you see what I did there? Brad Pitt Lane.
Hey.
I'm here all week.
Yeah, try to feel. Yeah.
Okay, Professor R2, 300 already a failure. It'll never make that back. R2 is very negative.
They're trying to be a Ford versus Ferrari. Ford versus whatever that film was called. Trying to be like that, are they?
Ford versus Mazda.
Mazda. That was another film that lied as well. All the car stuff in that film was all CGI as well. but they lied. So there you go.
Formula One used to be really good when I was a kid.
It's just big scale extric. Can't get into it.
I don't understand it.
Dull as ditch water.
Yeah. I went to see it once, and all it was, and I was like, "Oh, was that a car? Was that another car?" Like, how could you enjoy something like that? You just can't.
Beyond me. Let's move on. Speaking of 300 million, did anybody see Mark Zuckerberg's new boat?
Is that a boat?
What the hell? It is. Mark Zuckerberg, known for his climate change activism, shows off his new 300 million mega yacht.
Wow.
Zuck's 287-foot mega yacht is powered by 4 MTU diesel engines and can reach a top speed of 24 knots.
What a dick.
He's going to need a bigger boat. Look at that.
Americans elites are laughing right in our faces.
They really are. Eat the bugs, but you know.
Will he be? He'll be sailing to his bunker in Hawaii, private island.
That's the idea. That's a big boat.
It is. It's fucking massive.
It's like something from Star Wars.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Crazy.
The Ocean Destroyer.
Yeah.
That's Mark Zuckerberg, everybody.
Wow, he's got the money, isn't he?
Darth Zuckerberg.
Okay.
I don't like boats.
Okay.
Yeah, nor do I.
No.
He's very relatable.
What
yes, Alex. I've seen bigger. That's what she said.
Yeah, when you were with Brown, did you see bigger?
Oh, shut up. Okay, let's move on. There's a little bit of kind of politicky stuff. I do apologize, folks.
Politicky.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody see this?
Yes. How could you not?
Okay, I'll read the original tweets. I'm going cross-eyed, but I'll give it a go. NY Governor Kathy Ochu. Go on, Kathy. I just say that.
A Hochul.
A Hochul.
Indeed. Says black kid in the Bronx don't even know what the word computer means.
Wow, that's a little bit racist.
Right.
A little bit. Well, you know, is she a Democrat?
Yes.
Yes.
Democrat.
Yes.
Well, you know, it's the party of the
quite
KKK.
Inaccurate as well.
Why is she saying this?
Well,
because that's what they really think.
Yeah, they say
Kathy.
this. Well, they say this stuff because they want to sound like they're like being inclusive and they're all like, you know, for the black people.
Racist.
But yeah, they just end up saying racist shit, and it's like, wait, what? like what kid in the world right now doesn't know what the word computer means? They have one in their pocket, so I'm all like, she's completely stupid. And then if you listen to her, I think she realized that she said something wrong, because then the words right after that are just like word salad, but she's all like, that's why we need diversity in computers and stuff. And I'm all like, oh, you're trying to backtrack now because you said something racist. You're an idiot. Yeah.
The bigotry of low expectation.
That's it.
Yeah.
Boom.
It's same every time.
Yeah, plus they all know, this is a joke coming up, by the way. They all know what computers are because they steal them out the local Apple shop, don't they? That's a joke, everybody.
Wow.
Yeah. Very racist.
Yeah. Well, I've seen the videos.
It is true. It is true. Like,
they just walk into the Apple store, steal the phones when the phones can be just blocked. So
it was a guy in blackface.
Yeah, more
white guy in
blackface. So
yeah.
Welcome to talking over each other and
welcome to interrupting us,
Mr. Talking Cancel
Mr. Brown interrupting us.
What's going on?
Well, it makes a change, Ian. Okay.
From what?
You doing it? Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So it wasn't a good look, was it, for her? Was it?
No.
Get in the bin, bitch.
That suit's terrible. Yeah, it's not a good look for her.
Okay.
Neither is her face.
I mean, she's asking to be
punched.
Well, it's a blue
Punchable
screen,
face.
and that outfit matches the blue screen.
Right.
And you really go to town memeing the hell out of that.
I will say punchable
Maybe
face.
they can key her out.
Yeah, just a head.
Punchable face. I think there's your new avatar for the next stream, mate. So, okay, let's move on.
What's this? Is this? How dare you? How
she's
dare
been
you?
arrested in front of the cameras again. What a surprise!
How dare you?
How dare you?
Greta Thunberg, everybody. How dare you?
Racist.
Dragged.
Stolen my dreams.
Jesus. How dare you?
But mind you, Dad, last time they dragged her out,
folks.
Last time they dragged her out, she we saw that she's a woman now rather than a little girl. So there you go.
Greta, for the people who are listening on the audio side, Greta Thunberg dragged by her arms and arrested for participating in an unlawful protest outside the Eurovision final in Malmo, the Malmo arena.
Wow. Really?
She's not arrested. She never gets charged. She never gets to go in front of a judge.
And she's always caught with the police posing with her, having photographs that aren't supposed to be published.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I'll just say, all this hoo-ha, Israel still got 5th place.
Yeah, they did.
But when I tried to vote, and I didn't watch it, but I was like, hell, I'm going to vote for Israel.
Oh, get in!
I voted, and it wouldn't go through the first time. Then when I tried about several times more, it just kept ending the call. It wouldn't register.
Oh dear!
Do you know what? The only thing I saw on this Eurovision Song Contest was these 3 girls singing an ABBA song, and then it was like Jesus in a woman's dress. I was like, who the hell is this person? And then my niece said, that's the person that won last year. A man with a beard in a woman's dress won last year. Is that true?
I don't know. I'm American.
Pass.
All right.
Sorry, Melvin. I know Melvin gets triggered by.
I didn't know what was going on. I was like, but that's a guy. And she was like, oh. And I was like, oh, it's a guy in a woman's dress.
Right. We'll move on from this bollocks.
I just want to say, I just think it's so stupid that they're protesting outside Eurovision of all fucking things. Like anybody gives a shit.
How dare you? How dare you?
Probably, did you see this, mate?
What's this?
The devil.
The hell is that? Oh, she's one of the contestants, isn't she?
Yeah, the Irish
one. Ireland, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ireland has gone really super well.
Yeah, she was because she lost. She was basically saying "fuck you" to the EB.
Cope, bitch.
Yeah.
What about what's his name? He didn't score very high. The one for Britain. What's his name?
Ollie Alexander.
Ollie, yeah, he didn't do very well, did he?
I mean, he got 0 on the public vote, and I'd want to slip my wrist after that.
I think it's kind of between this and Greta or whatever. I think it's kind of pathetic that this is a song competition where some girl was singing. That's the place where they want to do all these protests. It just feels stupid to me.
Well, the girl who was there for Israel, originally her song was supposed to be about the massacre that happened on October the 7th. I'll talk about it. And then she was forced to change the song.
Really?
Which I just think is absolutely criminal in the first place. And then when she was going to go on and they stood with her, and even Ollie Alexander didn't pull out because of pressure by the Q for Palestine people, morons. Basically, she got death threats, and it's just been ongoing. And the fact that all these protests have been allowed to go on, and it's really quite distasteful. I mean, it's the rise of the new international socialism, I'd say. Frankly.
My understanding is the vote from the panels, the country, did not like Israel, but the people's
as I said, the votes, and I'm not the only
people's vote were heavily in favour.
A lot of people vote because they came 5th due to the people's vote. And the thing is, is that, as I said, when I tried to vote, and this was noted, I think, on Talk Radio or something, that loads of people complaining that when they tried to vote for Israel, it didn't go through.
Here you go, Flav. 100 vehicle police escort from the hotel to the venue for the. Wow!
Outrageous.
Jeez.
It is pretty crazy.
It reminds me of stuff like the Olympics, where some of these things are supposed to be not that. I feel like, sure, you can do these protests if you really want to, although I don't really agree with them, but with what they're standing for. But I'm just saying that outside some place where people are singing and threatening some 20-year-old girl, that, it just doesn't feel right to me. And Greta in the middle of this, I never liked that Greta girl. I've never trusted her. And she feels like, I don't know who her handlers are or why she appears in these places, but
she's controlled.
Never liked her.
There you go, folks. Greta has got handlers. Okay, let's move on.
Thunberg.
Ian.
How dare you? Sorry.
Okay, so this has been going on this week, last few days in the Northern Hemisphere. Northern Lights, everybody.
I missed all this.
We never saw it over here. Was it over here?
Yeah, it was over here.
It was over here. Twitter was absolutely saturated with pictures.
I totally missed it.
Not where I live. Every time there's a viewable phenomenon, there are clouds. You want to
Every time.
Yes, same here.
Clouds. You want to see the eclipse? Clouds. You want to see some meteorites? Guess what? It's clouds. Aurora Borealis. Fucking clouds.
I bet if there's a bloody giant asteroid, we miss it because of the bloody clouds.
Sword and Song. I didn't see. Yeah, same here. I looked. Not a peep of it. Look at that. Isn't that amazing?
CGI.
That's just incredible. Just
it's a glitch in the Matrix.
It's just amazing. Yeah.
I'm quite surprised that LGBTQ didn't make a big thing out of it.
But it's gay.
You say God loves us.
I'm not touching that one. I will say the views of the guests don't necessarily reflect the views of moi.
Totally
very true.
Yes.
Yeah. Brown told me to take that joke. Brown told me to do that joke.
Z, you was talked all over.
Well, I wouldn't touch that one either. You might get monkeypox.
Northern Lights, everybody. Amazing. You don't see them in the Southern Hemisphere, Ian.
Right. I didn't see anything.
Lights.
Yes.
Because of clouds.
What?
Clouds.
What?
Clouds.
Wow. Okay. Let's see. I'm getting told off now. Stop stalling, Brune. Time to talk about I dash.
No.
Brown by name. Yes, indeed. Okay.
Move along. This is. Did you see the Dave Cullen one? You see the Dave Cullen video?
I've not seen it yet.
The Dave Cullen video that he did of this, and he had a fan picture that did it, and it looked so much better than this crap.
So much better, yeah.
I like it.
So is that the atomic blast from Godzilla in Godzilla X Kong?
Yeah, there was a few memes.
My answer is I know Mr. Brown will agree with me. Watch Superman and Lois. That's the best.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
Fugly Superman.
He's not
Superman
fugly.
in a long time. Superman and Lois.
No. I just want to real quick. I just want to say I like this outfit. I think it's really good. I know
it's over-designed.
I think it was reminiscent of the new
Catty,
52
get
outfit.
with it.
I know
a
lot of
design. Get with it.
And I think putting this picture out, I think he's trying to tell a story. This is very reminiscent also of a All-Star Superman comic book cover, which I think that James Gunn is pulling from with this movie is that All-Star Superman, which kind of went off the rails, for towards the end. But
look, I'm sorry. Like Christopher Lee, Christopher Reeve would have gone out into a telephone box with that shit going off in the background. He would have been changed into his costume.
True, but
his boots on.
I have a theory on that, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to spoil anything possibly because But I don't think this is Superman.
Yeah, but Matt, your costume when you go to the gym looks much better than this crap.
I think that this looks a lot like the New 52 costume, because if you ever read those comic books, it's got some plating in the upper body and everything, and it's like armor almost. But I think that's
so dirty. It looks dirty
because when I see this photo, I go, he's already been fighting, and he's just like, oh, what, again, and everything. But like I said before, I don't think that this is Superman. I think this is I think this is a copy. All right, it's Ultraman. I think it's Ultraman. That's who it is. And he's like, ah, shit, I got to do this Superman thing again. I just did this 20 minutes ago, and that's what I think is going on in this photo.
He doesn't seem to be in a hurry when the fucking world's destroying behind him, does he?
So,
and that's why I think that this is
it's not a behind the scenes thing, is it?
No.
I don't know. Like, I don't think we'll see this in the movie.
You put your boots on, and then you realize you've got a stone in there. You have to take them off again.
Whatever this thing is, I don't think that if James Gunn wanted to create some kind of real excitement, I don't think this is the picture he should have released. Even if, let's say, at the end, it turns out that this picture isn't bad, which I think it looks bad, but let's just say that it's not reflective of what happens in the movie. He had a chance to sort of capture people's imagination after everything that happened with Cavill and people's disappointment from in general from the movies. I think he needed a different picture than this.
Well, maybe this was the picture.
Remember the film?
The
first picture you saw of Chris Reeves was on top of the building, pointing to the sky, and that was enough for me to go, I want to see this film. This is ridiculous.
What about this one? Do you want to go see this now, Ian?
Yeah, well, he hasn't got any. Was he taking his boot off to try a Nike trainer? Is he? I don't know what's going on.
Sponsored by Nike.
There's one where he's putting his boots on and some old woman's in a bed. You ever see that one? That was quite funny as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones.
Just makes me think of Married with Children, like the first episode.
I think that
there you go.
Banned,
you need Al Bundy in there.
Yeah.
As long as it's AI Bundy.
It's just that his costume looks dirty, and it just looks. It's not even fitting him properly at the top as well. And what's with the collars and all that?
Sponsored by Foot Locker.
It's ridiculous. I think it's rubbish personally, but you know,
not shit, but rubbish.
I think it's shit and rubbish.
Okay, let's.
Superman.
I can't remember what's next. Yeah, Superman and Lois. Everybody should be watching it.
Yeah, it's so good. Very great.
Really good.
Keith, what
really
number are you at now with the thub?
Oh, yeah, good question. Hold on.
Have
a look. It's incredibly kind, by the way. 969.
Nice.
Right.
Come on, folks. Subscribe to Keith. If physical media is your bag, Keith is your man. Okay, so you cannot simply replace Henry Cavill. So we've got the Superman on the left and the Witcher on the right, because we got the first picture of is it Liam?
Yes.
Liam Hemsworth,
Yeah, as Geralt.
Do you know what, right? I don't understand this concept. Why even with the Cavill costume, why do they make it look dirty and dark? And what's wrong with being nice and colourful?
So uber gritty and realistic and
Get with it, Ian.
Even though it's a comic book movie, really? Come on.
I don't know. Never liked Henry Cavill's costume. I liked Henry Cavill, but I don't like the costume.
Yeah, brilliant. Liam Hemsworth looks like he's on a stag do.
That's not Liam Hemsworth. That's his stunt double.
Oh, is it?
Okay. I was gonna say this. He looks terrible. Like
it's for modern audiences.
Like
the audience that doesn't exist.
He looks so skinny. Like what's
Cavill on his Wish version.
It's a stunt guy.
Mom, can we have a Witcher? Oh, you've got a Witcher at home.
I hate you. Going upstairs to play in the tapes.
Did anybody ever say that to their parents? I hate you.
Oh, come on, everyone.
Because when I was growing up,
I'm ashamed to say yes.
No, my parents would knock the shit out of me.
Yeah, same. In my day, my dad would smack the hell out of me.
Yeah, that's why Catty and the Mega Geek have grown up to be well-rounded people. The rest of us are fucked.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Speaking
of Christopher Reeve, signing autographs at Niagara Falls on the set of Superman 11, 1980.
What an absolute class act.
Look at all the old ladies.
That's what I was just about to say.
Look at my mum in the middle.
I just have his dressing gown is the same red as his cloak.
And I love that the woman has a Polaroid. I'm like, oh, that's so classic. I miss Polaroids.
That's funny. He's brilliant though, Chris Reeve. He actually went to the gym and bulked himself up.
Goat, indeed.
He didn't finish the job either. He wanted to buff up more, but he didn't. He ran out of time.
Yeah.
Trained by Dave Prowse.
Darth Vader. Yeah. Class act, Chris Reeves. Yeah. Chris Reeve, should I say?
Oh, bless him.
He could have probably done any one of them grandmas.
I don't think he
all at once.
At once. Yeah. Former Q ladies. Class, yes.
Gigolo, doesn't he?
Greatest ego. The Superman.
Yeah, he is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't believe that they haven't found someone just as good as Chris Reeve.
Good luck.
Yeah, Henry's good, but Henry's a lot shorter than Chris. In fact, Chris Reeve is the tallest Superman out of all the actors that ever played Superman. Yeah.
He's a big lad.
I think Henry Cavill suffered from bad writing. He'd still make a good Superman.
Yes.
Yeah, I do as well. I think he's fantastic. Yeah.
Well, bad concept overall for Superman. Yeah. So.
He made me believe a man could fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
LSD
Superman 2, the Richard Donner
I
cut,
could fly.
best version.
Really? I haven't seen it.
I like the Donner cut.
Donner was great.
I have to say, I preferred the theatrical release, honestly.
Well, you would. Did you go to the theatrical place to watch it?
Don't you start that shit again.
I remember, right? Obviously, in the old days, you'd never had any, internet. And I remember opening a Sunday magazine, and in the middle, that Chris Reeves flying, and Golden Gate Bridge was behind him. Oh, and I was like, that was just enough for me to go, I need to see this film. Do you know?
Not once, but need.
Yeah. It's amazing how things have changed now, isn't it? That you've got somebody putting on his boots, and it's like that's an advert for Superman. Not him flying, not him showing this, huge feat of strength, but him putting on his boots. How does that make any sense? None of it makes any sense.
Smilex, Dave Prowse had a bit of a fallout with Reeve before the film opened.
Did he?
Was it the roids?
Because he didn't look both ways when he crossed the road.
Wow.
British joke.
Okay, let's move on then. Chris Reeve, GOAT, everybody. GOAT. Okay, this happened yesterday. This is from Gail Ann Hurd, producer of was it the wife of Cameron as well?
Yeah, Cameron.
All the Terminator films and stuff.
Terminator.
Well, if it wasn't for Roger Corman, Cameron
they wouldn't have careers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Lots of greats in Hollywood wouldn't have careers if it hadn't been for that man.
Yep, it's true.
Roger
Jack
Corman
Nicholson's one of them.
Talking Roger.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, probably I nicked your catchphrase. Roger Corman was my very first boss, my lifetime mentor, and my hero. Roger.
Talking.
May I?
No.
I'm filling for time. Roger was one of the. Somebody finish it, please.
Show some respect.
Roger was one of the greatest visionaries in the history of cinema. I am absolutely devastated by his loss, and send my love and deepest condolences to the Corman family. Rest in peace,
98, buddy.
He did. He tried his
It's
best.
not a bad innings, is it?
No, it's not.
No, it's brilliant.
Great legacy.
He was in The Godfather, wasn't he?
Was he?
Is in Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah,
Was
there was
he?
a cameo in The Godfather.
Yeah, he was the
Was
head
it
of the
two?
FBI. Silence of the Lambs.
Wow. So you got to take your hat off to him, because basically he was the one that taught everybody, look, you don't really, even though his films were very cheap, but you know, if you want to make a film and you don't have enough money, you still can do it. Do you know what I mean? So he was one of the very first people to say, look, you know, even though you got a small budget, you can still do something with it. So yeah.
Cameron was School of
Yes, he was.
wasn't he?
Yeah. It was. The reason why Battle Beyond the Stars is so good, because everybody cared about that film, including Cameron, who's building the sets. And also, who's the guy that was Hudson, who played Hudson? He was building the set with
Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton was building the set together with James Cameron. So that's amazing too. So wow.
So 98, folks. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, 98 is a full life.
Yeah.
He nearly made Alien. Wow.
He won't be forgotten, which is a good thing.
Okay. Let's move on then.
And finally,
here we go. Oh, Jesus.
Okay. So what do you want to do, folks? Because we're going into, well, you know where we're going to now.
Let's go in dry.
Well, I don't know anything at all about Doctor Who, so
nor do I.
And
so how do you want to play this,
guys? I've got to be up
guys?
to work quite early, so I might say thank you and bow out at this stage.
Okay.
Wise, very wise.
Very wise.
Definitely.
I can't contribute because I don't know anything about it.
I don't know anything about Doctor Who either.
What about you, Catty? Then are we going to say goodbye then? Or
I mean, I could stay. But I literally don't. I wouldn't have anything to contribute to it.
how would we feel if we ended the stream on 2 hours and then came back for a supplemental?
You mean I did all this for nothing?
Yeah. Chat, do you fancy doing that? Maybe have a 15-minute timeout.
What, 15-minute timeout, and then we'll do the finally.
And then we'll come back on a different stream.
Sounds good to me. Time for a cup
Should we
of
do
tea.
that? Because I know some people are just sick to death of Dr. Watt.
Dr. Watt.
2 hours is a
Bumberclot.
great... yes, rice and peas. 2 hours
It's
is
already
great.
midnight.
It is, yeah.
It's Dr. Watt, though, isn't it?
Dragging out the agony.
See, I agree with this. Keep a pure stream pure, yes.
And finally, an advert for the next stream.
Which is...
Dr. Watt.
The next stream is called...
Get in the bin.
Get in the bin. Yes. Okay.
Oh, it's positive then.
It is. You know this channel. So I think that's it, folks. We're going to come back in quarter of an hour. I will throw a new link up. So watch out for that. What I'm going to do then is...
Is it possible to have yourself raid yourself?
Raid yourself? What?
I don't think so. It'd be good though, wouldn't it?
That would be cool, yeah.
Okay. It would. Let me go back to the original graphic then, folks. Here we go. Oh, sorry.
Well, does that mean you have to change the graphic now because it's...
No, what I'm going to do is... Wait. There we go, folks. So that is it for this part of the stream. So, chat, you are wonderful. Thank you for your interaction. Thanks for putting up with us. Appreciate the super
see
chats.
you in 15 minutes. Yeah.
We're going to put our feet up for 15 minutes, have a cup of tea, and we're going to come back with the Doctor Who stuff. So, chat, if we don't see you on the next stream, we'll see you next time. I will thank the guests. Some will be coming back. So let's get the guests up. Z3BO. Cheers, my friend.
Thank you very much for having me. You can catch me on the next stream in 15 minutes. And I'll also be back on Wednesday for hopefully what will be our final stream in the Attack of the Clones saga. We'll put it to bed,
yes.
You're still doing Attack of the Clones?
Yes.
There's so much to talk
about. Keith, thank you, my friend.
No, thank you. Thank you for having me on. I really enjoyed the chat. It's been great. And thank you for everybody that subscribed off the back of your recommendations.
Do we know what the numbers are, mate?
It's 970 at the moment, so it's very
Come on,
good.
guys. If you're watching this, come on, let's get Keith over the finish line. He's got 30 to go, folks. He's got 30 to go. And if you're into physical media reviews, Keith is your man.
He is one of the best.
Thank you. And
message in the chat, folks.
Check out Rebecca Gold as well. I'll plug it to Z and Wayne.
Yeah. Watch Rebecca Gold.
I'll plug that every time. Cheers, Keith.
No, thank you so much. Have a good rest of the chat, and I really appreciate it. Have fun.
It's great to be back. Oh, Matt Cat, come on. Yes. Cheers, Matty.
Oh, thank you for having me. I always have a good time with you guys. I'll try to be on more often.
Please get a new wife.
I can't. I love her so much. She's great.
Price of Reason. Cheers, Price.
Hey, cheers.
Mega Geek. Hop, 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 hop. David Diaz. Cheers, mate.
No worries, guys. No worries.
And the governor of Twitter, but he's not on anymore. Problem being. Cheers, problem. Right. That is it then, folks. Sorry. Hello. I'm Boomerang.
Adios.
Bye.
Right, we're back in about 15 with Dr. Watts. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye. Timing.